And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
The core is rotten.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at the mini-man himself, the ankle biter, the tin pot dictator, or want to be tin pot dictator, Mr. Macron, as he decides to go full on nut job. Now, he's actually been quoted as saying this. I think it's absolutely disgraceful, and I thought in the background, instead of just having my logo and my background picture, I'd show some of the pictures of what French people are thinking about all of this and let you see for yourself whether this is a popular move or not, or whether it will be seen as a popular move. But anyway, let's get to what Macron said. Are you ready for this? Narcissistic twaffle, and I quote, "I no longer have any intention of sacrificing my life, my time, my freedom, and the adolescence of my daughters, as well as their right to study properly, for those who refuse to be vaccinated. This time you stay at home, not us." So there he goes, straight off the bat, assuming that people that don't want the jibby jabby would also be the ones that are out all the time. In France, those who do not get jibby jabbied will no longer be able to go to restaurants, cafes, cinemas and museums, and get on airplanes or trains. Alternatively, you will have to submit a negative test, which will no longer be free. So he's going to charge people for having a test. This is more than manipulation. This is ridiculous. So it's €49 for the PCR, 29 for the antigen. Macron then announced the jibby-jabby obligation for medical personnel and those who work in contact with fragile people, beginning in September. So it seems to be a very regular date, that, doesn't it? September. Everything seems to be September. A nurse who has refused to be jibby-jabbied will no longer be able to go to work and receive a salary. There is a flip side to that as well, though, Macron, and that is, if enough do it, you won't have nurses or a working medical profession. So I would be a little bit wary about doing that one, to be honest. We cannot make those who have the civic sense to get jibby-jabbied bear the burden of inconvenience. The restrictions will weigh on others, those who, for reasons incomprehensible in the country of Louis Pasteur. Oh, you said last week, Macron, that the French were nothing without the EU, and then you go straight back to one of the heroes. Methinks you're playing political games, little man. Science and the Enlightenment still hesitate to use the only weapon available against the pandemic, the jibby-jabby. I beg to differ. I think looking at Sweden would sort of make that not so accurate, I might say. I am aware of what I'm asking you, and I know that you are ready for this commitment. This is, in a sense, part of your sense of duty. So you see what I mean? He's turned into a proper little despot, hasn't he? Medical apartheid in France. You couldn't get more threatening if you tried. You won't be able to do anything, and we're going to charge you for the privilege of not being able to do anything. No mention in there about people that can't for medical reasons or can't because of other reasons. No mention of them at all. You're getting it anyway because it's, in part, your sense of duty. Your sense of duty. When he starts off with, my life, my time, my freedom. Sorry, I don't agree with any of this. My body, my choice. Your body, your choice. That's how it should always be. How dare a state mandate a medical treatment? And that's not all, everyone. It just keeps adding to this list of things that you can't do in France. Here he is effectively saying that the ability to vote in France will be restricted to unjibby-jabbied. Now, obviously, it's being backlashed this big time. The government at France rejects the amendment by MP Sochim Sonfuget. I'm going to have slaughtered that, but I don't really care at this point if he's been put in this head. Aimed at excluding polling stations from the application of pass sanitaire. It will therefore be necessary to bring the pass de la honte, don't know what that is, to vote in the presidential election, a real attack on democracy. French resistance, so it's not looking good for them, is it? Macron, I think you might have overstepped your boundaries on this one, but we'll see, everyone. Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? And this is going on across the board. I'm starting to think G7 was a little bit more than talking about climate. But what say you? Let me know what you think. Pictures say it all as well, doesn't it? The French people are not going to be happy about this one, I'll tell you that much for nothing. If that's what it was before now, and then he's come out with this, whoopsie Macron, I'm thinking. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go and check out Odyssey as well if you want. One of the other platforms that I put videos out. All my videos go out on there. Stay sane, I'll see you on the next one.